This program is proudly brought to you by First National Bank of Botswana.
Hamogelasega mo lenaneong la First Issues. Wetho re tsweletse ka maiteko a rona a go tlisetsa dipuisanyo le bagwebipotlana ba ba ikiteileng ka thupana go tsena mo kgwebong ntle le dikgwetlho tse ba kopanang le tsone mo loetong le. Maiteko a e le go gwetlha batswana ba bangwe gore le bone ba nne pelo thata ba ipereke jaaka seemo sa letlhoko la ditiro se tsweletse ka go golela pele. Phirimaneng eno re na le Rre Lucas Kgosi o ene kgwebo ya gagwe e leng ya go baakanya dikoloi ka mehuta ya tsone. Kgwebo ya gagwe e bitswa Epic View a isimolotse ka ngwaga wa 2021. Mo ngwageng tse nne tse di fetileng Rre Kgosi o tlhalosa fa kgonne go thapa babereki ba le 10 ka palo mme ebile bontsi jwa bone e le banana. O tsala la tlhalosa gore o na kgona le go ikoketsa dithuto ka dipoelo tsa di bone mo kgwebong ya gagwe. Le fa dikgwetlho di le dintsi mme ebile se tse di ka felang moeng wa rona a re o itumile molomo wa kwa tlase go godisa kgwebo ya gagwe go feta fa e leng teng gompieno. Rre Kgosi o hano gore bolelela ka Epic View ka botlalo le gore bolelela gore o gwetlhilwe ke eng go nna mogwebipotlana.
Pele ke simolla ka yona Epic View gore Epic View ke eng. Epic View ke company ya Batswana ra keneka ra program ra diagnose ra program re ra motlakase wa dikoloi tse di tona le tse di nyenyane ra accreditilwe ke CTO re baakanya dikoloi tsa government tsa di-company di-parastatale le di-individual se se tona se seng go tlileng gore ke felle ke simolla tiro ena ya go keneka dikoloi there was ne ke bona go na le gap between rona ba no go sena batho ba baakanya dikoloi ba ne ba le recognized na ba se ba ntsi go na le ba elembo ba re ba bitsang bo bush mechanic so ke tlile ka mono ke lebile demand ya batho ba tlhokang the corporate world into the mechanics so ke feel gore le nna ke tshwantse gore ke simolle gore ke bone gore a mme nka tla ka the solution ya go dira dikoloi tse ke le recognized.
Rre Kgosi a re kgwetlhokgolo e ba lebaganeng le yone ke phadisanyo e kwa godimo le ba bangwe ba ba tshwanang le bone a tlhalosa fa se dira gore dipoelo di nne kwa tlase.
Kgwetlhokgolo ke gone jaaka ne ke bua gore re bo mechanic re bantsi rona ba re dirang dikoloi re bantsi industry ya rona e flokelwa ke mongwe le mongwe so go na le ba eleng gore ba re ba bitsa bo bush mechanic go na le ba eleng gore ba ke di-competitor tsa me le bo mechanic ba recognized jaaka ba na le di-workshop jaaka rona mme anong kgwetlho e tona ke gore pricing ya bo bush mechanic e harologana gongwe le ya rona because re bo bush mechanic kana bone ga bana di-workshop motho ga gona sepe sa gana dibili tsa di duela so rona re le bo ra di-workshop re duela di-rent re duela dibili re duela metlakase ka go harologana so kgwetlho ke yone gore mathata a matona ke gone gore competition a teng e go godimo ka ebile mongwe le mongwe o kgona go ipitsa mechanic se mechanic.
Moeng wa rona a re o eletsa gore nka bo go kile ga nna le mananeo a tshwana a firstpreneur fa ne a simolola kgwebo ka dumela nka bo a dirile go feta fa a leng teng.
Ke itumela thata ka gore mo nakong ya gompieno re na le ba re thusang ka mentoring e leng the new hub bana le F&B batho ba ga ne ke le ya re go le pele e be go nna le lone lenaneo le la go mentora la go thusa bora di company ka go plana ka go dira the financial benefits the financial strategies or ba re thuse ga be re le khakala ga be re se gonefa
mo go tsotlhe tsa di fitlheletseng Rre Kgosi a re o ipela segolo bogolo ka go thusa mo seemong sa letlhoko la ditiro.
Ke na le ba bereki mama ke sengwe sa ntla se se intumedisang gore ke hirile batho ba ene gore batho bao ba tswa go di family tse di harologaneng ka gore yalo I'm feeding more than 12 families mo eleng gore ke sone sengwe hela se intumedisang because ke thusa o eleng gore ke gone yana gona le o ke mo thusa mo botshelong ke yone so santla se stone se sengwe sa bobedi company company ya rona Epic View ye company e ntsentse sekolo nna ke ne ka fela ke ile sekolong ka 2022 ke a go tsena go Ghana ka yone dipoelo tsa company yone.
Rre Kgosi a re mo wa go itlhoboga o motlala gangwe le gape mme o tshwarella ka tshepo ya gore motlha mongwe go tla siama.
Mo wa go batla go tlogela o ntletse gantsi thata ka gore company ga re fundiwe like ga gona gore tsa madi teng gore go nne le ditiro ke ga rona nna ke emeletse ke ile go di batla ene go ke di batlang teng jaaka ke bua re bantsi thata mo industry so se se botlhokwa ke se se tona se se botlhoko ke gona gore o gona gore go no solvetse re wa go bona tiro teng a bo sa ibone so go tswa go tla o le disappointed o sa achieve se no setse so moa wa go tlogela one tota o na o tla one mmela o ya go felong ba letsatsi ke bua gore mme kana lebaka la go bekise mo tsa business ena ke gone gore ke bonetse ke kopana le tsone dikgwetlho tseo
Papeletsong moeng wa rona a re go mo moruding a banana go itirela ditiro ba sa emele goromente go ba hira.
One thing good about me se ke tsang gore gongwe that keeps me moving every day ke motho ke ratang batho. One of the achievements tsa me as an individual ga ke itebelle ke le nosi gona le banana ba tswana ba bangwe ba ba tswang dikolong ba ile gore le nna ke a ba thusa like ba buletse dikgwebo le bone gore ba tswelle ba itirele ke itse gore batho ba bana le potential ya business so I've opened some small businesses for them gore le bone ba kgwele ba tswelle ba kgone ba itirele gore le bone gape ba hire batho ba bangwe so ke sone se se botlhokwa bontsi ba rona ke gore re la thata mo government mme it's not enough government ga ka ja re khona rotlhe re tsontse rona re le batho mo especially ba tswana re le banana re thuse government so se se botlhokwa ke gore nna ke rotloetsa banana gore a re meng ka dinao re le ke mana di tsela di sele tse di ka tlisang letseno matshelong a rona go nteng ga gore la hela gore ra go batla tiro le ga ntse di seo.
Ta bitsa motho gore motho a leke mangwala go duela metsi
mama ka male jana ga tlhokana le go tsamela kgakala gore go duela metsi FNB re diretse tiro motho ma kwa go marekisetsong a ile gore ana le tshwala FNB cash plus so se tlhokanyela ke o mangwa ga go mo tirisong le reference number e bon dinomoro tse diriswang go ruragatsa dituelo tsa gago
FNB what
FNB cash plus
Madonna makante ke mo ntse samplele ka mananeo a FNB ya cash plus
la ha re le nna ke gone go utang ka dona ebile ke ne ke sa dumele
Deposit cash and coins, withdraw from e-wallet, make cardless cash withdrawals, buy prepaid airtime and electricity, pay bills such as water, electricity and many more.
FNB dona nyawa ene ke ra sa thare mpare mo tiki na ke ra go motho hela mamrapedi o tola skontere hela o bua go semausu wa go duela semausu manane wa FNB cash plus.
Welcome to First Issues. While bringing you insightful conversations with entrepreneurs from all sectors of the economy in our effort to influence change within the entrepreneurial landscape of Botswana, we come across those who are continually battling blocks, stereotypes and hurdles in their endeavor to be successful entrepreneurs. They wake up every day to work on their dreams in spite of being in the eye of the storm. Tonight, we talk to Eric Kgosi, a consultant who saw an opportunity to enterprise the Gaborone taxi and combi industry beyond just transporting the public. Eric reached out to the Gaborone Taxi and Local Bus Service Association to break down his idea. Use public transport vehicles as advertising mediums for corporate Botswana. This way, taxi drivers and owners can make extra income to supplement their transportation takings. However, the snag came when it was time to convince corporate companies and organizations to use this platform because of the stereotypes associated with public transport drivers and also the lack of education amongst the drivers on formalizing any business undertaking. So now, what should have been a proposal with a quick buy-in turned into a protracted business pitch. Where is Eric now, and what are his projected plans to turn what he believes to be a brilliant idea into a multi-million pula business?
Our job is simple. We're here to improve the standard of living of our members, which are combi and taxi drivers, bus drivers, and just improve the industry, come up with more streams of income for the industry and develop it. Before, we relied only on the money that's paid to us in the combis, right? But now we are branding the combis, we're turning them into mobile billboards, and we're working on a very interesting project right now with YTV. We're mounting screens in the combis and taxis and buses for advertising purposes, because 70% of the population uses public transport, so it is the most effective way to reach the masses.
What have been some pain points that you have had to encounter within this journey, and how you were able to navigate them and actually productively tackle those challenges?
We have companies right now that are still undermining our role as the business consultant of the association. We are trying to control the taxi brand, the combi and taxi branding, but we still have companies that go to our members directly. They send their people to go to our members directly to negotiate with them, which cutting us out, which poses a problem for us, because then some of these companies don't remove the branding after the agreed time for the campaign, and then now these combi guys come to us to complain about this, and we have to solve it, even though we've been cut out. People think combi drivers don't drive well in the road. We had that perspective amongst the corporates. Even though it's the best platform to advertise, it wasn't too utilized because of that reputation. And we, as the association, we take that very, very seriously. So we've been working tirelessly to work on that. It's common knowledge that our combi and taxi drivers, most of them are not as educated as other industries. So financial literacy was a bit of an issue, especially when I'm trying to pitch, and some of the ideas, they couldn't really understand what we're trying to achieve with these ideas. So we've partnered with a financial institution to educate them more, and we're going to have workshops to educate our combi and taxi drivers, also so that we can have good credit, so that we can be able to things like getting loans for a car, for new vehicles. Those are problems that we are facing.
With what you know now about this industry, coupled with the challenges, what do you think you could have done differently that maybe would have had a different turnout or result for you?
If I'm being honest, I wouldn't change a single thing. I would still want to face all the problems that I faced and go through all the challenges that I faced, because that's where I learned the most. I wouldn't have the knowledge and the experience that I have now if I didn't go through all those challenges. I really take the losses and the challenges as learning curves.
Let us talk about future prospects. What does that look like for you and your enterprise?
The future is looking very bright for our business. We're looking on expanding from not just Botswana, because the gap is throughout SADC. Public transport associations are neglected throughout SADC. We want to be the public transport kings of Africa, and I hope one day this interview will look back and people will know that I did say, or that is our vision for Africa. It's bigger than Botswana. But we want to start home. We want to learn from home. Botswana being of a relatively small population, it's easier compared to Zambia with a population of 20 million. We wanted to start small so that we can fully learn the entire industry, and we have. Even in Botswana, we are diversifying. Like I said, we're about to start crowdfunding
to penetrate other markets within the oil value chain. We are looking to launching our insurance, car insurance for our members, life insurance. We're looking to launch a pension fund for our members. So we have really big plans.
ta bitsa motho gore motho a leke mangwala go duela metsi.
Mama ka rama le jana ha o tlhoka le go tsamela kgakala gore go duela metsi FNB re diretse tiro motho
senthe
ma kwa go marekisetso ga ile gore ana le tshwala FNB cash plus se se tlhokanyela ke o mangwa ga go mo tirisong le reference number e bon dinomoro tse diriswang go rurahatsa dituelo tsa gago.
FNB what?
FNB cash plus.
Madonna makante ke ntse sample le ka mananeo a FNB ya cash plus.
Hela ha re le nna ke gone go utwang ka dona ebile ke ne ke sa dumele
ke heditse.
Deposit cash and coins, withdraw from e-wallet, make cardless cash withdrawals, buy prepaid airtime and electricity, pay bills such as water, electricity and many more.
FNB.
Dona nyawa ene ke ra sa thare mpare motiki na ke ra go motho hela mamrapedi botola sekontere hela o bua go semosong wa go duela semosong manane wa FNB cash plus.
Welcome to the third segment of First Issues, where we discuss solutions to some challenges that entrepreneurs may encounter along their journeys of building their empires. These challenges vary and can be in whatever sector of economy. Challenges nonetheless. Some may be funding related, others governance issues, while others criminal. It has come to our attention that fraudsters and scammers are increasingly targeting entrepreneurs to swindle them out of their hard-earned cash. They do this by devising schemes that promise to help the entrepreneurs in their undertakings, only for them to disappear once getting what they want. These are not new tactics, but they have evolved. Promises of funding opportunities, promises of high return investment opportunities to entrepreneurs who are desperate for a financial break. We speak to Keaoboka Mogopodi, who's fraud investigator at one of the local commercial banks, about some of these scams that they are observing and what you can do to protect yourself. But how can entrepreneurs identify these scammers and their tricks to protect themselves from becoming victims?
Scammers have become so sophisticated. They devise new means every day to defraud entrepreneurs or even the public. The world is currently going digital, and these scammers, they are also keeping up in the sense that they are targeting that digital space to defraud or to devise new means of making money illegally from entrepreneurs as well as the members of the public.
So let us talk about those means that they keep devising. Within your space, what are the most prevalent scams that you have observed?
The first tactic that comes to my mind right now is what we call business email compromise or change in banking details fraud. Here, a procuring or a purchasing entity will receive an email purporting to be from the supplier, informing them that they have changed banking details and therefore payments must be made into the newly provided bank account. Once payment has been made, the supplier will communicate with the purchase entity, informing or inquiring about the payment. The second tactic that we have discovered is that of a fraudulent SMS purporting to be from a financial institution. This text message is sent from a normal private 8-digit cell phone number. It comes with a message that says, please note that your account has been put on hold due to outdated app. This message comes with a text or with a link. The moment you click that link, you are directed to a page where now you will be required to input your sensitive confidential information like your ID or passport number, your full card number, your CVV, expiry date of that card, the PIN of that card, and the cell phone number. The moment these scammers get that information, they are able to link their cell phone device or cell phone gadgets to your profile as the customer. Once this link has been done, they take over your account. Now they are able to transact in your account.
In such cases where it's a business email compromise or change in banking details scam, or just this one that you've just been speaking about, what telltale signs must entrepreneurs be aware of, or should be something that says to them, this is not legitimate?
Emma, we are saying once a purchasing entity receives that email purported to be from supplier, please, please, please do not be quick to pay. Verify the legitimacy of the email. How can you do that? You can do that by calling the supplier on their official landline, or you can engage your relationship manager at your financial institution. Perhaps let me clarify on the issue of the fraudulent text message. We are saying there's no financial institution that can request sensitive information like your card details, your PIN, through SMS or through link. Once you have somehow unfortunately compromised your details, make sure that you call your financial institution or you report immediately to the police. I always say, as a customer, you are given that debit card and PIN to transact in your account, either to withdraw money or to make purchases. The moment you see or hear someone requesting that information from you, it's gore motho yo o batla go dirisa madi a mo accounteng ya gago.
This program was proudly brought to you by First National Bank of Botswana.